But traffic in New York City making, and let's...
Hey, Kevin. Well,
It does indeed. Thanks, David. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then there's Batum. And it's Leonard in at the small forward position. And for Brooklyn, we've got Irving. Durant is out there with Joe Harris. Then it's Harden. And it's Griffin in at the 5 down low. Now, here is Irving. The Nets working the ball around now. He can't get that one to fall. Great D that time from Batum.
And when he first came into the league, Blake Griffin's dunking made headlines. And while I'm sure he enjoyed that, he was also eager to show that there was more to his game.
Clippers with the ball. George passes to Batum. Blake Griffin pulls it in. And so Griffin will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Hold on!
Kevin, you got to buckle up on that one. One more for the highlight reel. KD with the skyscraper.
And now here's Durant, the fast break opportunity. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, easy call.
The Nets shooting their first free throws of the evening. And above the rim play, always captivating, Steve. We should see a lot of that tonight.
And Kevin, I'm so excited. You know, I played under the rim, so to get a chance to watch guys play well above, I am getting my popcorn ready.
Now here's Batum. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Harden outside. The pass to Irving. And a miss there on the triple.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
And that one's good, George.
Kawhi has all the physical gifts, and the one thing I love, he really can pass.
Jackson against Harden. On the wing, Irving. Here's Griffin. They get it back. Knocked away. Leonard with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Morris dishes to Jackson. Lays it up off the glass.
The defense having to respect Jackson's outside game. That opened up things for him in the inside.
Harden the pass to Irving. Tipped away. Paul George with the steal. Here's Morris. And Morris throws it down.
Because of George's strong defensive instincts, he's able to consistently disrupt opponents.
Irving against George. Right side Irving. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Green comes in for Blake Griffin. And it's Bruce Brown in for Harris. And then for the Clippers. Man's checked in. And it's Luke Kennard in for Paul George. Now here's Leonard. It's stolen by Green. Oh, and here comes Kevin Durant all alone. And it's in there. Durant's got his second bucket tonight.
I mean, running the court with the speed of a guard. Hard to keep up with Durant once he gets out in the open floor.
Leonard dishes to Batum. Back to Leonard. The feed to Batum. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now, here is Irving. He's got 5. Passes it to Harden. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
I love how Durant keeps his eyes up, scanning for someone with a better look.
The Nets have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight.
In a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Brooklyn. Joe Harris comes in for Irving. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Los Angeles.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now here's Harden. 58 seconds left to play in the first quarter. 4 on the clock. Brown the pass to Jordan. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Johnson, he's checked in for James Harden. Clippers have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. Beverly the pass to Kennard. And Beverly kicks to Kennard. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Brown wide open. He fired. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so Beverly will bring it up for Los Angeles. Trailing by 2. The Nets making a switch here. Dinwiddie's checked in. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins comes in for Leonard. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Zubac. He nails it, and we're tied up.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Dinwiddie against Beverly. Green passes to Jordan. Shoots over Zubac. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And for all the developments Jordan's made to his game, free throw shooting remains a challenge.
And he's good on the second. High post shot. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Recently, we spoke with Patrick Beverly about his throwbacks.
Old school basketball. Yeah.
Now pound for pound, Greg, Beverly may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
Oh, my goodness!
Did you see
what
that
a play?
One, Unbelievable. Letting it all hang out when George takes flight. Just enjoy the show.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we all know that there are some people who dislike James Harden's style of play. They're bored watching him shoot free throws. He said, I see how teams guard me and find ways to exploit it. I just outthink the game, and I'm faulted for it. Kevin, that may be, but it's hard to argue with the results. Back to you.
You're right, one of the top scorers in league history, David. Thanks for that report.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
The Clippers in the lead.
The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Unselfish, moving the ball. Love to see this kind of offense.
In the corner, Irving with it. In the corner, it's Griffin. Back to Irving. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. Irving's got 7 points.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the 2nd pick in the 2017 draft. That or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' game.
Nets trail by 3. Now, here is Irving. He has 7. And it's sent back by George.
Not going to be Paul George with that move. He's too long and too talented of a defender.
A shot by Harden. Wide open. No good. That would have tied it. Clippers leading by 3. Kennard finds Jackson. Now here's Zubac. Stolen by Harden. Durant wide open. He fires. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Outside, George. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
The defense on George a little too tight there, but to have any chance against him, you have to challenge him.
So for the Nets, Harris is checked in for Durant. Bruce Brown comes in for Kyrie Irving, and Dinwiddie subbed in for James Harden. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. 1:52 left to play here in the second quarter.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Out to the right wing. Pass to George. Doesn't go that time. Griffin with some nice D. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
And George, here we go.
In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A. He's in attack mode, drawing contact now, getting to the line, something he didn't do at all in the first quarter.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Beverly's checked in.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Dinwiddie outside. He feeds it to Griffin. Back to Dinwiddie. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Jordan, he's checked in for the Nets. Green comes in for Nicholas Claxton. Dinwiddie against Beverly. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists tonight.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
Dinwiddie kicks to Harris. Back to Dinwiddie. The dish to Harris. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Forced them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
And so it's Brooklyn with it. It's a 5-point game.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Here's George. The putback. Jordan with the rebound. From deep. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Clippers. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. Some good action during the period. And
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
It's a part of his game that he can always tap into. There's an art to it, and he is painting the canvas tonight.
They've got Harden. Durant is out there with Griffin. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Irving at the shooting guard. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Beverly, the pass to Cousins. And stolen by Harris. In transition, here come the Nets. It's tipped. Now the Clippers moving it up. Batum leading the charge. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Griffin's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. No good from Durant.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
Harden up top. Got a piece of it.
At the point guard position, Patrick Beverley is a great shot blocker.
Leonard, he's checked in for Los Angeles. And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile one block a moment ago.
And you can see the mindset he has. When the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
Back to Beverley. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor jumper. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch, I agree. And it's sent back by KD.
You forget, Durant has the reach of a center. He can provide rim protection. Missed opportunity, wide open for mid-range. He would love to get that one back. So reliable. They've really leaned on him at the offensive end.
Leonard dishes to Beverley. Leonard attacking, and Durant sends it back. Beverley the pass to Batum. Here's Leonard, just 5 to shoot, and he uses the glass on the layup. Leonard's got his first 2 points of the night.
Hitting only 1 of 5 this quarter. He's in a little bit of a slump, but it looks like he's trying to shoot his way out of it.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard still not one for the spot.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call.
Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Green, he's checked in for Durant. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Brooklyn trailing. Dinwiddie outside. Johnson in the corner. Jordan inside, working on Zubats. Dinwiddie attacking. The shot's good. And the Nets lead by 1. Neither side has relented a bit in this back-and-forth affair.
You can sense the energy in the building already as this game is starting to build towards having a terrific finish.
Whistle blows. If that's going to be a travel.
And you can tolerate gaps like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
And so Green will bring it up for the Nets. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. To the inside. It's deflected. Here's Jordan. And the rejection by Leonard.
Strong instincts and positioning. Kawhi read that shot all the way.
Green with the ball. Guarded now by Morris. Here's Jordan. Makes it off the glass.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
Clippers trail by 3. On the wing, Jackson. He's covered by Brown. Jackson passes to Zubac. Up top, Morris. Headed by Green. Back to Zubac. Over Jordan. That misses off the backboard. Nets leading by 3. To the paint. Here's Brown. They kick it out to Green for the 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
Rondo is out there to distribute the ball. He is a master at finding the open man.
Here's Dinwiddie. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
And Brown now atop the key. Pops it up for Jordan.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
And here is Los Angeles now. They trail by 3. Outside Jackson. Pass to Zubac. Outside for Rondo. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Love Rondo down there on the block. Nice move to catch the D off guard.
It's his first trip to the line.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
And here's Harden. He's got 5. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. It's the Nets leading by a point. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
Yeah, it's one thing to find the guy. It's another to deliver the ball where he can do something with it. Wonderful play.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the 4th, we've got Marcus Morris. Patrick Beverly out there with Jackson. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's George in at the 3.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
Nets leading by 3. On the wing, Irving. Harris outside. It's Harden with the drive, and he gets the bucket.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
The Clippers shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Right side, Jackson. Back to Beverly. He dishes it to George. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
We know Beverly's ability as a defender, but don't underestimate his ability as a distributor. He has good vision.
And for Brooklyn, they're shooting at 50% in a decent groove. Outside, KD. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both teams trying to close out strong. These are the fireworks that fans came to see.
George dishes to Cousins. Back to George. From downtown, good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. George has got 5 points now this quarter.
How about these big shots for him in the 4th? He has been locked and loaded offensively.
Irving against Jackson. Irving drives in, and they pick up 2.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
The pass to Jackson. To the middle. Here's Cousins. Yes! And the foul. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
That's the move DeMarcus is capable of executing, using his strength to power through the contact.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Brooklyn. The Nets have gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. Back to Harden. Outside Irving. Nets passing it around. And stolen by Cousins. And here we go. George heading to the hoop. And it's Paul George with the finish.
Paul George loves these situations. The bigger the moment, the more he wants to deliver.
Outside Irving. Buries it from three-point range. And the Nets lead by 2.
Calm in the heat of the storm. Kyrie with a big bucket.
Here's George. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
They continue to battle out there, so close to taking the lead.
The direction this game is headed is going to come down to a couple key buckets by either team.
Irving finds Durant. Kicks it out to Harden. That's good, and it's KD with the assist. KD's got 3 assists now in this one. And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. George looking around. And he finishes nicely on the layup. George has got 19 points.
So comfortable in pick and roll. Paul George is a top-level ball handler who consistently makes the right play.
In the corner, Irving with it. A three-pointer, no good. The Clippers trail. Morris passes to Cousins. Feeds it to Batum over Harden. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Brooklyn's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Passes it to Claxton. Harden outside. Pass to Irving. 6 on the shot clock. Money!
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
On the wing, Morris. Dishes it to Batum. That's tipped. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock, and he commits the intentional foul. Joe Harris is checked in for Nicholas Claxton. And then for the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard comes in for George. And it's Jackson in for DeMarcus Cousins. Harden against Jackson. On the wing, Harris. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
And it's all about the 3 right here.
And they're looking to tie it up, live to play another period. We'll see what they run right here.
Leonard, no luck. On its way from Irving for 2. Can't connect.
Bringing a strong work ethic defensively. Morris grinding.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight. does, D.A. Thank you so much. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. We've got Kawhi Leonard, Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Batum in at the center, locking down the middle. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Caldwell Pope out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Drummond in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Davis. Drummond trying to get himself free. Davis with the bucket. Davis has got the first points up on the board for the Lakers.
Well, Davis, so dominant, so strong, so athletic, so skilled. He got everything he wanted right there.
Batum finds George. Rebound the Lakers.
And for everything that Anthony Davis does on the floor, you can't forget about his defense. Still an elite level defender. Guards multiple positions and turns away a number of shots.
Pass to Batum. Morris outside. Back to Batum. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And, you know, passes like that go a long way. Terrific teamwork.
The Lakers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And Davis gets a lot of blocks without getting in foul trouble. About a 1-to-1 ratio for him in his career.
Incredible. And he's done a great job of learning how to go straight up, playing vertical. Gets blocks, but doesn't get pulled out of position. Does everything you want from a defensive anchor. Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. Back to Schroeder. Lets the 3 fly. Here's Drummond. And that one is off. And the Clippers will come the other way.
You know, right now they're just 1 for 5. Rough start so far.
Jackson kicks to George. Feeds it to Batum. Chalk up 2 there. Batum's got his second basket of the night.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Batum against Drummond. And it's out of bounds. The Lakers able to retain possession here. On defense, the Clippers. Lobbed up there for Drummond. Pocket 6. The shot, no good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
He got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
A year ago, he had an 84% success rate on his foul shots, so he was a guy they were always happy to see at the line.
And, guys, the numbers don't lie. I mean, he was such a reliable presence at the free throw line all throughout last season.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Drummond. And it's Alex Caruso in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. Now here's Rondo, following the miss by Kyle Kuzma. And it's the Lakers on the break. And Harrell slams it in.
The dogged intensity Harrell has is just insane. And he uses all this energy to his advantage, particularly on the glass.
Now here's Leonard. No points in the game yet for him. Zubac kicks to Leonard. No good on the 3. Lakers shooting in the early going here. Pretty dreadful, 22%. And finished off by LeBron.
When the lob is in the right spot for him, LeBron is never going to miss a chance to do something special throwing it down.
Leonard attacking.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
And the Lakers making a change here. Horton Tucker's checked in. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Rajon Rondo.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
Harrell, the pass to Matthews. 46 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
Matthews has a nice feel, guys, for when a teammate has a clean look, gets him the ball.
Beverly finds Zubats. Outside Leonard. Here's the three. Good on the three-point shot. Leonard's got 5.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Matthews. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Passes to Horton Tucker. Can't get it to fall. Now the Clippers moving it up. Beverly with the ball. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees a teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Clippers ahead. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
They've got Kyle Kuzma. He's out there with Harrell. And it's Matthews in at the 2 spot. That's the group for the Lakers to start the second quarter.
And Clark, it was a roller coaster season, to say the least, for Kyle Kuzma. Saw his role get diminished on the Lakers, and his stats across the board were down.
Yeah, Greg, you go back to your playing days, mine as well. It's hard for young guys early in their career to understand role playing. They equate their production with minutes and accolades as opposed to contribution for the team. And Kyle Kuzma has tremendous talent, great versatility. Early in his career, I think he's going to be fine in the long run.
Here's Caruso. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Fade away. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
The Lakers in the lead. Harrell down low. He's got 8. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Now here's George. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Wide open shot is on the money. Kennard's got his first basket.
Yes, and how about the unselfishness? Paul George has no problem sharing the ball.
And the shot goes down. Harrell's got the lead up to 3 now for the Lakers.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Here's Mann. Pass to Kennard. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but You know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental. And I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
Here's Schroeder. The Clippers getting the bucket. LeBron passes to Davis. Schroeder outside. Over Rondo. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. And so it's Rondo bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 4-point game. Lakers have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the second quarter. Here's Davis. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Davis. The rebound by Ibaka.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
The shot by George, no good.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
Outside for Jackson. Leonard inside. He's guarded by Schroeder.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Over Jackson. And it's Schroeder missing. Outside Leonard. Down low. Here's George. And the rejection by LeBron.
LeBron, one of those players who gets fired up by defense as much as offense, and that block is going to put a major bounce in his step.
Here's Drummond. Montrezl Harrell has been leading the...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. Big time play throughout the first half from Montrezl Harrell. He had 14. Thanks for joining.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You know, guys, Montrezl Harrell has been exceptional here.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
Oh, what a play!
Woo! Yeah, you know, George really enjoys being in the air. I mean, this guy has great body control and bounce, and his slams at times can be absolutely sick.
Now here's... Oh!
Man. It never gets old seeing LeBron throw it down, especially when he decides to do it with a little flavor.
Now the pass to George. Batum trying to break loose. And no good that time. It's a close game here in Los Angeles.
And at last season's trade deadline, Andre Drummond traded away basically for a second-round pick. A shockingly low return for a guy who was once considered a franchise player.
Here's Leonard. Following the basket by Anthony Davis. Batum finds George. Back to Batum. Clippers moving the ball around. And George, here we go. Plays it up and banks it in. And that's now 11 points for George. And Greg, why is it that the Pistons got so little in exchange for Drummond?
Well, I think he was an impending free agent. I think Detroit looking to rebuild. Also, it says something about the center position in today's game.
Now here's Davis. He has 6.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
High percentage look that time from Anthony Davis, and that's one he rarely misses.
Jackson looking it over, and there's the feed to Batum. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists now in this one.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Outside, Davis. Pass to Drummond. Paul George with the steal. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. And Morris throws it down.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
Caldwell Pope outside. Davis against Morris. Back to Caldwell Pope from outside the arc. It doesn't go for him. And the Clippers will come the other way. Back to Jackson. Outside, George. Batum against Drummond. Morris right side. 6 to shoot. Leonard attacking outside for Jackson. The Clippers need to get off a shot. The putback, and Leonard stays with it. Now it's a 3-point Clipper lead.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Now here's Drummond. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Outside, Davis. Over Morris. And the Lakers with another miss. Clippers leading by 3. Here's Leonard. Back to Batum. Outside Jackson. Morris against Davis. Nobody near Leonard. They get it again. It's good on the putback.
Yeah, you can't forget about the long arms of Batum. I mean, I want to see him be more active on the offensive glass because he's capable.
Leonard against James. Drummond dishes to Davis. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Harrell, he's checked in for Drummond. Kyle Kuzma comes in for LeBron. Matthews, he's checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Alex Caruso in for Dennis Schroeder.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Ibaka, and he banks in the layup. And the Clippers lead by 2.
You know, Rondo's highest priority is to get his teammates open shots every trip. I mean, that's what makes him go and endears him to his teammates.
Here's Harrell, and Harrell slams it in.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Really makes the basics look pretty exceptional.
And I'd suggest that he stay with those basics because we've got a tight one here tonight.
Man passes to Ibaka. Here's Man, guarded by Kuzma. And the wide-open shot from Morris. And another 3 for the Clippers.
And a guy with more of a mid-range game, Morris can still jack it up from deep if you give him enough space and time.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Clippers lead by 3. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Lakers trail by 3. Up front, it's Kuzma and Davis. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. And it's Caruso in at the 1 spot. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. 5 to shoot. James outside. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Patrick Beverly is checked in for Reggie Jackson. And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the Mobile One block.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
And, you know, Cousins is a wrecking ball inside, guys. Effective at using his size to draw the contact close to the rim. He's a hard guy to defend.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. To the inside, Caldwell Pope.
And although it seems like KCP will never be a huge factor on offense, he can still give you valuable points and also that spacing he can provide out on the floor.
Yeah, I agree with you there, and it's a valuable tool kit that he has because he can provide some playmaking and shot making and spacing of the floor. And he's also become more efficient as an offensive player. But he does know and recognize that his strength is at the defensive end, his athleticism, mobility, and versatility. And offense is tertiary to his contribution.
Caruso, no good.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Ibaka, the pass to man. Back to Ibaka. Clippers moving the ball around. And it's Beverly missing. The Lakers trail. One-on-one here. Caldwell Pope kicks to James. And they double up Davis. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
You look at AD, and you know he's taken his share of contact over the course of his career. And quite honestly, that just comes with the territory when you're a dominant offensive player like him.
Drummond's checked in for the Lakers. Pass to Rondo. Back to Beverly. Ibaka in the post. Working on Drummond. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Alex Caruso. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for the Clippers. Shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. And so Cousins will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And Beverly kicks to Leonard. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. That shot, no good. Powered down with both hands.
Hey, it's not easy trying to stick with Caldwell Pope now, especially when he leaks out in transition.
Rondo against Schroeder. Rondo passes to Cousins. Outside for Rondo. Ibaka with the ball. Back to Rondo. Pass to Cousins. 4 on the shot clock. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Here's LeBron, and LeBron throws it down.
The magnitude of the moment not lost on LeBron James. He knows they needed a bucket there, and he's going to get it for them.
Leonard, the pass to Cousins. Back to Leonard. Trying to end the drought, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And, guys, that's the man you want with the ball in his hands on that critical possession. Kawhi being his best in the biggest moments.
Ibaka against Drummond. Over Ibaka. Good work defensively by Ibaka. The Clippers have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. And that one's good. Leonard.
What strength from Leonard there, not allowing the defense to get the best of him.
Schroeder looking around on the pass to Drummond. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. LeBron outside, pass to Drummond. Puts it up from 12. The Clippers grab the miss.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Well, it's a scary sight when Kawhi Leonard starts lighting it up like this.
Caldwell Pope left side. Davis against Cousins. On the wing, Davis. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
And, well, he's been the NBA's leader in blocks multiple times. Ibaka just has that rare instinct for it. Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
The defense needs to be just as sharp, but it's not over yet.
Here's LeBron. It counts. A huge shot to tie it up.
Boy, is it tough to stop LeBron right now.
Everly with the ball. The dish to Leonard. And Tyronn Lue wants a timeout. And now we present our New Balance player of the game, Kawhi Leonard.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
This dude, folks, has ice in his veins when the game is tight. Kentavious Caldwell Pope.
And the Clippers call time here. They're down by 2. 1 second left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And with under 2 seconds remaining, they need something quick. Don't have time for an extra pass here, but they want to try for a 3 off the inbound play and go for the win.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for Greg Anthony. A look from earlier as the Nets bus arrives at the arena.
Kevin, thanks very much.
All right, David, thank you. So the Nets starting 5. They've got Kyrie Irving. Harris is out there with Durant. Then it's Harden. And it's Griffin in at the center, locking down the middle. And for Los Angeles, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Caldwell Pope. And it's Drummond in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. They get it back. Griffin can't get it to go in.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
LeBron with the buckets. Indoors tonight, 2 experienced teams will be battling.
Well, what you come to expect with experienced rosters are excellent defensive rotations, game plan discipline. These guys know how to play the game, so let's see how this plays out. You love the leadership of Kyrie Irving from the lead guard position. Yes, he's looking to score, but he's adept at finding the open teammate.
Now here's Schroeder. Caldwell Pope outside. Back to Schroeder. Over Harden. And it's Schroeder missing. The Nets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And the jam by Harden.
Okay, Kevin Durant scanning the floor, looking for opportunities. Make your teammates feel good. Nice.
Pass to Drummond. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Davis. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
And Irving gets it to go on the assist by Griffin.
Well, this is one of the best in the league at converting off contact. What body control by Kyrie Irving.
Schroeder outside. Drummond working against Griffin. Now here's James. He's guarded closely. Stolen by Durant. Here's Irving. And that one drops for him.
How about the great body control by Kyrie Irving? One of the best small men in the league at converting through contact.
Schroeder finds Drummond. And the layup's good off the glass.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
For Brooklyn, they've gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter.
And for players like Andre Drummond, sometimes it's a paradox. Great individual rebounding doesn't always translate into great team rebounding.
That almost sounds, Greg, counterintuitive, right? Because you wonder, is it a lack of boxing out? So if they don't get it, an opponent does. What is clear unequivocally, though, there is more to team success than individual numbers.
Here's Schroeder following the basket by Kyrie Irving.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Basket counts.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And the Lakers with possession here. Following the basket by Blake Griffin. Durant against Davis. Bobbed up there for Drummond. Hammers the alley-oop through.
A huge target on alley-oops. Throw it towards Drummond, and he'll take care of the rest.
On the wing, Irving. KD looking around. Back to Irving. Just 5 on the clock. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. That's now 8 points for Kyrie Irving.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Drummond working against Griffin. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Stiff defense gives Drummond some trouble on that shot, but he stays cool and gets a trip to the line.
Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Anthony Davis. Kyle Kuzma comes in for LeBron. Matthews, he's checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Alex Caruso in for Dennis Schroeder. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Griffin. Green comes in for Kevin Durant. Bruce Brown, he's checked in for Kyrie Irving. And Dinwiddie subbed in for James Harden. Here's Caruso. The shot from 20 feet away. It's hauled in by Harris. Nets leading by 4. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. For Los Angeles, they have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game.
Numbers last year for them, just about 73%, so the bottom third of the league.
Well, you consider Wesley Matthews' career and his ability as a 3-and-D guy to become critical in so many different rotations. What a career.
It's Brown with the drive and finished off by Brown.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
I'll tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Nets out in front, up 6. Live from the Staples Center,
for me, it's super cool.
Kuzma Greg has certainly learned a lot, proficient at the offensive end, and adding more to his game every day.
Yeah, I mean, he's been focused on improving the defense and rebounding, and much of that is due to the players he's been surrounded by.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends. We've
got Montrezl Harrell. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Matthews. And it's Caruso in at the point. That's the Laker 5. Count that one, and the Nets lead has been cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Harrell.
Guys, not much more a defender can do in that situation. Harrell with the focus and the strength to just power through the contact.
Back to Green. Rebounded by the Lakers.
Well, teams look for +6s. Players whose wingspans exceed their height by a half foot. Montrezl Harrell is a 6'7" player with a 7'4" wingspan. If you're struggling with the math, ladies and gentlemen, that's a +9.
And he makes the first. And between his length and his athleticism, Montrezl Harrell well suited for that role of small ball center, Greg, in today's NBA.
Yeah, I mean, he's fearless. Even giving up a few pounds, a few inches, he'll go right at you and making steady improvements as a rebounder year over year.
Shoots. And no good. His first shot of the night, missing.
And if that's the best look you can get on a possession, what a waste of a trip down the floor.
Well, missed opportunities, and they can certainly add up. You cannot afford to take that kind of shot.
Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
We've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed. But it's always existed. And the reality is this. You become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
The Nets making a switch here. Griffin's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Kevin Durant comes in for Luwawu Cabarro. Irving's checked in for Brown. And it's Harden in for Dinwiddie. Harden the pass to Durant. Left side, Griffin. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. And the Nets lead by 1.
And just the sheer power of Griffin, one of the best finishers in the league after contact.
Griffin against Davis. Back to Caldwell Pope. Irving with the steal. Here's KD. And then Durant with the jam.
There's no doubt Kyrie Irving has proven to be more active as a defender now. He has a good feel for when to go after steals.
And the foul on Harden. That is his first foul of the game. Drummond's checked in for the Lakers. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Harris is checked in. Schroeder dishes to Davis. LeBron outside. Shoots the three. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. And so Griffin will bring it up for the Nets. 3-point lead. Harden kicks to Harris. Irving with a clean look. Connects from 3-point range. Irving's got 11 points.
Now, don't sleep on Kyrie Irving's perimeter game. Yes, he can get inside and score at will, but boy, you better check that jumper.
Davis against KD to halt the run, and it's laid in by Davis. Davis has got his second basket.
Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup. Nicely done.
Harden against Schroeder. Harden the pass to Irving. Beyond the arc. KD can't get it to go. Lakers trail by 4. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Oh, the athleticism and the speed of James in the open floor never ceases to impress. He is just a beast at finishing these fast break opportunities.
It's stolen by Schroeder. Here we go. James heading to the hoop. And the dunk by LeBron.
And you can see the importance of that steal. Really a 4-point swing with the conversion at the other end.
Schroeder against Harden to the paint. Here's Durant. Griffin trying to get open. And there's KD. That's good on the assist by Harden. Harden's got 4 assists in the game. And there's the pass to Davis. He's looking for Caldwell Pope and finds him. And that one's off. He misses his first shot of the game. From deep 3-point range. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Caldwell Pope. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
We are talking about a very solid passer at his position. Schroeder identifying an open teammate.
Irving against Schroeder. And that one's good. Irving's got 13 points.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Griffin with the steal. A deep three from Durant. Misses the deep 3-point attempt.
And he's a good shot.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, Beth. Kyrie Irving was red hot to start the first. He had 13 points. And
second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
Our second half of basketball and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Green is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then there's Brown, and it's Dinwiddie in at the point. Bounce pass, Schroeder. Here's Davis, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
And like the greats before him, AD has taken the time to develop all aspects of his game. You have to respect that.
Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
Jordan kicks to Luwawu Cabarro. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Well, that's about as high percentage as it gets for DJ. Go to work, big man.
Dinwiddie against Schroeder. For three, Caldwell Pope. Here's Drummond, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Drummond's got the game tied up here for Los Angeles.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
And the length of Green is a real issue for the D. His arms just go forever, which often results in a lot of shooting fouls.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for the Nets. Irving comes in for Luwawu Cabarro. Caruso, the pass to Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
This young guy is an absolute monster at the rim. So tough for opponents to match Harrell's level of physicality.
Irving against James. And stolen by LeBron. And it's the Lakers on the break. And James throws it down.
Just fantastic defense by LeBron. You have to protect the ball or he's going to swipe it from you with his lightning quick hands.
You know, even though LeBron doesn't go 100% every minute of every game in the season, he still knows when to turn it on.
And for someone at his age, that is something you have to know how to do. You can see when LeBron kicks it into that next gear. Can't keep it on all the time, but he's still able to take over when he needs to. And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
Wesley Matthews checked in for the Lakers. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Griffin comes in for Green. KD's checked in for Brown. And it's James Harden in for Dinwiddie. Pass to Caruso. Five on the clock. Harrell down low. Guarded by Jordan. And it's sent back by Irving.
Boy, Kyrie Irving becoming a better and better defender over time. Nice block right there.
The Lakers making a switch here. Davis is checked in. Harden kicks to KD. And then Durant with the dunk.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Kuzma passes to Davis. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Irving finds Durant. Here's Harden on the wing. Oh, good on the triple. LA has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Kuzma. And it's Durant with the rebound.
And, you know, you can see in his eyes, he knows that is not a dunk he should have missed. Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Davis kicks to Matthews. Back to Davis. Lays it up and banks it in. Davis has got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Here's Harden, and he elevates for the slam dunk. Montrezl Harrell did not like that.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Joe Harris is checked in for Brooklyn. They throw good, James Harden.
And the league's preeminent practitioner of the step-back three, James Harden, is as good as it gets. And, you know, like the skyhook, an unguardable shot, and paired with his dribble drive, a 2-move torture chamber.
Griffin with the steal. Outside Irving. And it's good, 2 points. And that's 15 points for Kyrie Irving.
Oh, tenacious attack by Irving. The handle, the speed. Look out.
Caruso, the pass to Davis. Loads it up there for Harrell.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game, and both teams putting up points in a hurry. Nets lead by 3. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And so the ball out of bounds. Dinwiddie touched it last. Lakers trail by 3. James outside. Passes it to Drummond. And it's Drummond with the jam.
Just a dynamic big man with incredible physical tools. Drummond frequently makes plays above the rim.
Dinwiddie against Schroeder. Brown right side. Inside and stolen by Drummond. Caldwell Pope left side. And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Here's LeBron. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now to take the lead. And Irving pulls it down. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for Brooklyn. It's a one-point game.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
And there's the call on Durant. That'll be his second foul of the game. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Brooklyn. Here's Schroeder. James outside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
Come on, LeBron welcomes contact, so you are really doing him a favor when you send him to the line.
And both free throws good for LeBron. Nets have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Griffin kicks to Harden. Pass to Irving. Count it! And he'll have a chance for a 3-point play. Andre Drummond picks one up.
Come on, that is remarkable work from Kyrie. Ridiculously crafty at how he gets into the defense and draws the foul.
Lakers trail by 4. Schroeder outside. The pass to James. From deep. Offensive rebound.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Harden against Schroeder. Harden the pass to KD. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. That's now 8 points for Kevin Durant.
Well, we know Kevin Durant is one of the elite players in the NBA, and if there's a big shot to be made, he wants to take it.
For three, Caldwell Pope. Blake Griffin pulls it in. Nets leading by 4. Harden the pass to Claxton. Irving kicks to Durant. From deep three-point range. Rebound Andre Drummond. Drummond's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's LeBron, and the layup is good.
Well, should any of us be surprised if they need a bucket? LeBron says, get me the ball, and delivers once again.
Harden surveying the D. And there's the call on James. That's his first foul. Alex Caruso is checked in for the Lakers. And the Nets also making a change. Harris is checked in for Nicholas Claxton. And stolen by James. Here's Davis to tie it up. He lays it in. Davis has got it all tied up now for the Lakers.
Stepping up, Davis is a fantastic option late. You know with that height and skill set, he's going to get a good look.
And the slam by Blake Griffin.
With a polished offensive game and an intense will to win, Griffin can definitely be trusted in crunch time.
LeBron kicks to Caldwell Pope. Outside for Davis. Goes back up. Drummond. And the bucket is good. The coach's challenge has been issued. First game like this, under the wire, this is what it's for.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
It's the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
And Griffin has battled knee injuries during his career, but his persistence is incredible. Still a nightly double-double threat.
And he steps up and knocks them down, making it a 2-possession game.
Caldwell Pope outside. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. It falls! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And Caldwell Pope not letting the pressure of the moment affect his focus.
Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Knocks down the 3.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways, and that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. They break the Here are the starters for Brooklyn. You've got Durant, Harden out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's Griffin, and it's Harris in at the 3 slot. And for Los Angeles, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then it's Paul George, and it's Batum in at the 5 spot. Harden, that's good. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
And Griffin slams it in.
Yeah, put some students in the classroom because that's exactly how you move the ball. Kyrie terrific at spotting the open man, and then you got to get it to him.
Now here's Jackson. Batum. No good on that one. Griffin with some nice D. High post, KD. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
Not fair of a coach to send out one defender against Kevin Durant, skilled at fighting through whatever challenges the D wants to throw at him.
Here's Morris from D. George, the rebound by Harden.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And Griffin slams it in.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And George, here we go. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Yeah, Paul George can get very shifty even with that kind of frame, and he fights his way through the contact.
And the versatility of Paul George's game, elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
And you think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor. I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
The Nets have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Harden, that's good.
Look, they're not going to play a perfect game, but so far they are 5 of 5, and the D has to be concerned.
Outside, George. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Griffin with some nice D. Irving against George. And Irving with the basket on the assist from KD.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Pass to George. He feeds it to Batum. Let's go. And Griffin sends it back.
Great to see Griffin going hard on the defensive end. Rejections like that are crucial to his development.
And Durant is right there.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
George against Irving. Outside for George. Second shot opportunity, and there's the nice layup by Leonard.
With his developing handle, Leonard now has defenders at his mercy when on the bounce.
Now Harden. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, here's KD. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. And there's the call on Durant. That's his first foul. And Los Angeles with some changes. Mann's checked in. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Jackson. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Green's checked in. On the wing, Morris. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That is his first foul of the game. So, for the Clippers, Ivica Zubac has checked in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Luke Kennard in for Morris. Then, for the Nets, Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Durant. Brown comes in for Harris. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Irving.
Think about how...
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
2.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Beverly's checked in.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Harden the pass to Claxton. Missed inside. Clippers trail by 6. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Here's Dinwiddie. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Man passes to Kennard. To the left wing. Passes it to Zubac. Shot clock at 5. Here's Leonard. Ball's knocked loose and taken away by Brown. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it. The fast break chance. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And we'll be right back after this. Naturally a ball-dominant play.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal, of course.
Giving their offense another dynamic.
And it also helps him preserve some energy for those big moments in the big games.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. Green is out there with Brown. Then it's Harden, and it's Claxton in at the 5, roaming the paint. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for the Nets. Luwawu-Cabarrot comes in for James Harden. Oh, Leonard in position. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Yeah, you don't see many of these opportunities for this team, but Kawhi, one guy who can get up there and get it done.
Dinwiddie passes to Jordan. Dinwiddie against Rondo. Stolen by Zubac. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, just a lightning bolt there in transition. No one can match up with Kawhi, especially at his position. That time they pay the price.
Now here's Dinwiddie. And that one is good. Dinwiddie's got his second basket of the night.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
Nobody near Leonard. And the 3 ball is good. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of
good one, yes,
reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
Here's Rondo after the basket by Brooklyn. Pass to Zubac.
Yeah, there's no excuse right there for not covering one of the guys on the floor, and that's Rondo around the rim where he can score.
Now here's Dinwiddie. He's got 6. Brown drives in, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And a new group in for the Nets. Griffin's checked in for Jordan. Kevin Durant comes in for Jeff Green. Joe Harris is checked in for Luwawu-Cabarrot, and it's James Harden in for Dinwiddie. Here's Morris. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Rebound, Brooklyn. Griffin's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Durant. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. And the Nets lead by 7.
Is KD stronger than we think? Probably. Muscling in there.
The drive by Jackson. And Batum kicks to Jackson. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. Nets leading by 5. Harden draws the double. Over in the corner, Brown. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Brown. So for the Nets, Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Joe Harris. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Brown. KD against George. And Batum with the basket on the assist by George. Now it's just a 3-point Brooklyn lead.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Here's Harden on the wing. To the paint. And that one's good. Griffin. And it's 6 points for Blake Griffin.
And while his ability to score gets so much attention, Harden demonstrating why he's also regarded as an elite level passer.
And it's sent back by KD. Irving passes to Claxton. Durant against George. 6 to shoot. Goes up again. And KD with the lay-in. KD's got 4 this quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Kennard, the pass to Batum. Over Irving. Off the left rim and out.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Griffin. And Griffin slams it in.
And Griffin playing with heart. Like how he slams that one home. Right now dominating in the paint.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. George dishes to Batum. And George, here we go. Banked in off the glass. George has got 6.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Irving looking over the floor. Here's Harden. And that's going to do it. Some good defense down the stretch to end the quarter. And we've finished 1 half of basketball.
Thanks a lot.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the 3rd quarter started.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, Brooklyn did not hesitate to set the pace. Their mission to dominate early was accomplished. And that'll about do.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Luke Kennard out there with Reggie Jackson. Then there's Batum. Then it's Paul George. And it's Zubats in at the 4 spot. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. It's stolen and pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And the basket is good. Harden with it. Outside Irving. Right side Durant. Harden outside. And it's blocked. Here's Griffin. No good on that one. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Nobody near George. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. At the elbow, Griffin. Out to Harris. Outside Irving. The pass to Harden. KD dishes to Griffin. Batum grabs the miss.
You talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
On the wing, Batum. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. George has got his 3rd assist on the night. Irving against George. Irving kicks to Griffin. Right side Durant. It's not going to go for him.
Not sure they realize it's not halftime anymore. 4 attempts, and they're still looking for their first bucket. Yeah, 80%. Is that a good number from the field? I think so. 4 of 5 here shooting. Terrific start.
Outside Irving. The offensive rebound. Here's Griffin. And again, unable to change momentum here. Pass to Jackson. George with the ball. And it's Harden picking him up. Kennard the pass to George. Nice D from Durant.
And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
And Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers to ever play. Not the most prolific scorer, but perhaps the most talented. He's dangerous from any part of the floor.
Jackson finds George. Outside for Batum. 6 on the shot clock. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. Here's Irving. Harris trying to get free. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Kyrie Irving. Clippers have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the 3rd. Greg, as scores go, Kevin Durant's as efficient as any.
I mean, Durant has an insane field goal percentage for the shots that he takes. I mean, when you factor in how many threes he puts up, it gets even more impressive. Durant takes so many shots where he's covered and is still efficient. It's just mind-blowing.
So, for the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Luke Kennard. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Reggie Jackson.
Just 1 year in college for Paul George, and then made the transition to the NBA, and all the talk was about what it is we're seeing now. A very capable two-way player and all-star caliber talent.
No good. Dinwiddie with some nice D. In transition, here come the Nets. Brown's got the ball. Dinwiddie dishes to Green. Excellent D there from George. On offense, here are the Clippers. They're on an 11-2 run from past the arc. Unable to get that one. And it's the Nets taking it the other way.
He's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
And he lays it straight in. George has got the lead up to 4 now for the Clippers.
I just feel like Patrick Beverley has incredible awareness for every second that he plays on the floor. Spots the wide open man, gets it to him.
Lobs it up for Jordan, and the dunk by Jordan.
Now, how many times do we see highlights like this? DeAndre Jordan loves bringing the hammer.
Outside, George. And oh, the block shot grabs it out of the air. And now it's Brown running. He can go all the way. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Dinwiddie kicks to Green. Here's Claxton. Makes it off the glass.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking. Jump shot. Gave a little pump fake. And then off to the races.
Good if it goes. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Los Angeles. What a quarter that saw them generate a great comeback effort and are now out in front with momentum behind them. Right back after this break. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. We've got Brown. Green is out there with Harris. And it's Dinwiddie in at the point guard position. Beverly, the pass to Mann. The feed to Cousins. The three. The rebound by KD. Durant's got his fourth rebound in this one. Irving attacking. Kicks it out to Harden. Down low to tie it up. And the rejection by Leonard.
And that's the thing we know about Leonard. As a defender, on the ball, off the ball, he's rarely out of any play.
Here's Beverly. Here's Mann. Lobs it up for Ibaka. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there.
Great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy two if the defense wasn't there. Capitalizing on the error, grinding out points. You gotta love it.
That's why you can't afford to just turn it over to him, because he's going to do stuff like that to make you pay just right down the throat.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
The Clippers trail. Leonard looking around. Baseline Jay on the way. And Serge Ibaka, the bucket on the assist from Leonard.
All that practice on the positioning and timing of the catch and shoot, paying huge dividends for Ibaka.
Beverly against Harden. The wide open look for Durant. Hits the three-point bomb. And the Nets lead by 3.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Leonard against Irving. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
It's kind of fun when you see his personality come out in his game like that.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets. On the wing, Irving. Clock at 6. Out to Harris. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation.
Well, after committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Ibaka. Marcus Morris comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Mann passes to Batum. They get the rebound. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Outside for Jackson. Passes it to Mann. Over Harris. And that one goes long. Nets have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth.
Appreciate the mentality of Kyrie at this point, embracing the moment. He'll take the big shot.
Here's Jackson. 1:51 left in the fourth. Back to Batum. It's Jackson with the drive. Out to Morris. Pass to Mann. To the inside. Batum. Griffin with the steal. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it. The fast break chance. A nice shot by KD. Now it's a 5-point Brooklyn lead.
Happy to put the team on his back, especially in the biggest of moments. Durant nails a huge shot.
And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. Paul George, he's checked in for the Clippers. Nets leading by 5. KD passes to Harden. On the wing, Irving. Dishes it to Griffin. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
Outside Irving. There's the pass to Griffin. KD dishes to Irving. And the wing jumper offline.
D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
It drops. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possession.
Outside Irving. Just 4 to shoot. Good!
We're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Always looking to bring his guys with him. Thanks, David. And now the Lakers starting group. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Caldwell Pope out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Drummond in at the center position. And for the Clippers, we've got Kawhi Leonard. Batum is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George. And it's Jackson in at the 1 spot. LeBron, no good.
And last season, we got to see what an effective playmaker LeBron James can be. The assist numbers through the roof, career high for him at the age of 35.
Absolutely remarkable. And Greg, when I first saw him in high school in northeastern Ohio, I thought his passing was his greatest attribute. And that was after just seeing him play one time. And he's shown that throughout his career. Took on full ball handling responsibilities with the Lakers last year and showed you what he can do. He is a gifted passer and an extremely versatile player.
From the arc, drills the three-pointer. George has got 5 points so far.
He can certainly stroke it from deep. The three-pointer is not a shot that George is going to pass up.
Back to Drummond, and Drummond throws it down.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Jackson looking it over. And Batum kicks to Jackson. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Nobody near Leonard. Misses off the right iron.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
James. Can't get it to go. He's taken 2 and missed 2. Batum with the ball. He's picked up by Drummond. And Jackson throws it down hard.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
Back to Schroeder. Caldwell Pope outside. Schroeder against Jackson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Drummond with the jam.
And I like the timing that Drummond has on these alley-oops. That's not as easy as he makes it look. He knows precisely when to leave the ground to receive the pass and finish it off.
Now here's Jackson. Back to Batum. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And the Clippers making a change here. Rondo's checked in. The Lakers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Drummond working against Batum. The pass to Drummond. Great D that time from Batum.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Diaz, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and an up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mentions. The Lakers with the ball. The Clippers getting the bucket. Harrell down low. Zubac's defending. And the rejection by Zubac. And it's Leonard, top of the key. Outside for Rondo. Clippers moving the ball around. Fires the 3. And that one's good. Leonard's got his second bucket of the night.
Leonard has really become so good at catching and firing. I mean, he doesn't allow the defense any time to alter his shot.
Kuzma outside. Zubac against Harrell. And 1:01 left in the first quarter. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Kennard. The Lakers making a switch here. Horton Tucker's checked in. Lakers trail by 8. Caruso, the pass to Harrell. Up and in on the layup.
Guys, not much more a defender can do in that situation. Harrell with the focus and the strength to just power through the contact.
Now here's Rondo. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Pass to Zubats. Outside for Rondo. 6 to shoot. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Here's Kuzma. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. He feeds it to Harrell. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And improving as a shot maker every year. Harrell has to be accounted for defensively.
Lakers shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And they shot their free throws at a measly 73% clip over the course of last season.
Back to Kennard. Jackson passes to Zubats. Here's Mann. That 3 off the mark. And that does it for the first quarter. The Clippers on top. They lead by 5. Well, Greg, we know he's already a solid scorer, but Kyle...
The biggest area of growth would definitely be on.
Now, having played with superstars, Kuzma is learning what it takes to win.
He's getting only so many shots per game, so I applaud him for finding other ways to contribute to his team with an eye toward the greater goal.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
We've got Marcus Morris. Reggie Jackson out there with Kennard. Then it's Ivica Zubats. And it's Mann in at the small forward. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Now, here is Morris. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Zubats. 5 to shoot. Morris finds Jackson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
That's a smart play Jackson will keep going back to. He knows he'll make it to the rim, get fouled, or maybe both.
A big group substitution here for the Lakers. Jackson hits both of them. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Shooter passes to LeBron. It's deflected.
A capable defensive player. That wingspan of Batum's really an asset in blocking shots.
Clippers leading by 7. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And Anthony Davis is checked in for Kyle Kuzma. The Lakers on D. And there's George. That's good on the assist from Batum. George has got the lead up to 9 now for the Clippers. Pass to Drummond. Outside for Caldwell-Pope. Schroeder outside. Back to Davis. Stolen by Jackson. On the wing, Morris. Outside for George. Now the feed to Batum. George trying to break free. A shot by Batum, no good. And George gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And so James will bring it up for the Lakers. They trail by 9 points. Davis against Morris. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. Marcus Morris picks one up there. You know, Greg, you probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but
The one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference.
Here's LeBron. Lays it up off the glass.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Jackson with it. Now guarded by Caldwell Pope. And it's Contavious Caldwell Pope with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Leonard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Rondo comes in for Reggie Jackson.
A high motor keeps Drummond engaged defensively. He doesn't want to let any shots go in.
Schroeder passes to Drummond. It drops for his third basket. He's missed only one shot.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Rondo dishes to Batum. Outside for Rondo. Trying to find Batum. He's got it now. And nothing is falling for him right now. And it's the Lakers on the break. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. And the Clippers making a change here. Man's checked in. The Clippers in the lead. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Batum. LeBron grabs the miss.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down. That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Leonard looking around. To the middle. Caldwell Pope trying to break free. Passes to man. Second chance shot. Anthony Davis with the rebound. Lakers have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Lobbed up there for Drummond. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Yeah, first and foremost, he's a pass-first team player, is Caldwell Pope. Love seeing that.
Leonard on the wing. There's 38 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Good.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Rondo against Schroeder. Outside, Davis. Caldwell Pope outside. Now the pass to Drummond. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Stiff defense gives Drummond some trouble on that shot, but he stays cool and gets a trip to the line.
And both free throws good for Drummond. 19 seconds left here in the second. Now here's Rondo. Tight defense on him. Zubac kicks to Rondo. Back to Zubac. Outside Rondo. Here's George. And that one released in time, but no good. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. At one stretch in the opening period. And
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Andre Drummond has been sensational.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So for the Lakers right now, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Caldwell Pope out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Drummond in at the 5 spot. Now here's Caldwell Pope. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. The Clippers shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. Leonard fires away from outside. And it's off from three-point range. For the lead. And it's finished off inside by Schroeder. Schroeder's got the lead up to 2 now for the Lakers. George against Caldwell Pope. It's stolen by Schroeder. And now James pushing it up. No one back. Oh, that was a strong dunk.
Tell you what, just add that one to the highlight reel. James is truly one of the greatest slam dunkers of all time.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant. And
yeah,
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being.
A different look for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Batum. DeMarcus Cousins comes in for Marcus Morris. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Reggie Jackson. And then for the Lakers, Harrell, he's checked in for Drummond. And it's Alex Caruso in for Dennis Schroeder.
Hey, and George really is one of the better dunkers in the league. Actually, one of the best. He's creative. He's got great bounce, excellent length, and pretty creative every time he gets a chance to throw it down.
How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense, and that is one heck of a rejection right there.
Now, here is George. He's got 9, gets the bucket, and the foul. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
Boy, a nice show of strength that time from Paul George, absorbing the hit and still carving out space to get the shot to go down.
And Caruso's got the ball here for the Los Angeles Lakers. It's a one-point game. Leonard with the steal. From deep, George knocks it loose.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Caldwell Pope passes to James. Back to Caldwell Pope. Puts it up there for Harrell. It's stolen by Ibaka. George looking over the floor, and Cousins throws it down.
And it's good to see George concentrate on getting the ball to the open man. Excellent floor awareness.
Caldwell Pope outside. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Just barely.
And here we go. Coach's challenge on that goaltending call. The coach didn't think the call was correct.
And with this type of goaltending review process, one thing to keep in mind is that the rule states, quote, in order to overturn the event as called on the floor, there must be clear and conclusive visual evidence that the call was incorrect.
And so, Greg, if via there is any level of ambiguity, it makes sense that the original ruling would stay. But in that event, the coach has used up his one and only coach's challenge for the game. So, as you can tell, a lot riding on when you choose to use it. And so the decision is in. NBA Replay Center has ruled, guys. The call stands on the goaltend.
And maybe the only downside is that you use up your one coach's challenge for the game. So if anything happens beyond this point, you might wish you had that back. Smart not to take any chances and give it another look on the replay. That's such a valuable safety net for the officials to have.
Got a piece of it. And that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession. Leonard with the steal. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Man passes to Kennard. Kicks it to Leonard. Morris with the rebound. Lakers have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Kuzma against Zubac. Morris outside. And again, the Lakers no good. The Clippers in the lead. Kennard kicks to Rondo. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation.
You know, guys, sometimes that just happens, but you don't like to see it when the game is this close.
So, for the Clippers, Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Zubats. Marcus Morris comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Rajon Rondo. And Harrell slams it in.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
You know Jackson can just fly. I mean, that athleticism and energy is off the charts.
Here's Harrell, and Harrell slams it in. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
Now, here's Kennard. No points in the game yet for him. Count it.
Nice job at keeping his balance despite getting hit. Batum, solid at staying in control of his shot.
There's 37 seconds left to play here in the third. Caruso, the pass to Harrell. It's blocked. Right side, Jackson. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Jackson. And it's a 3-point Clipper lead.
And you see the body control. Morris taking the hit there, but still able to complete the play.
Morris passes to Matthews. Over Kennard. Matthews, no good.
And, guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
The third quarter comes to a close. The Clippers on top as they wrap up the third quarter on a 15-6 run. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Batum is out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's man in at the 2 spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
Thrown down with Forrest Drummond with great feel around the rim. Now, usually he's one of the leading dunkers in the NBA because he doesn't waste any time or motion in there.
And the jam by Nicholas Batum.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
Money there shaves a few points off the lead. And the later we get into this game, the more you're going to see him attacking the basket.
Here's George. And stolen by Drummond. Schroeder against Jackson. Schroeder passes to Caldwell Pope. And that one is hammered home.
Yeah, rising up well to finish off the dunk with power. Tremendous athleticism by Kentavious Caldwell Pope. KCP.
Pass to man. Back to George. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
Well, it's been an outstanding game for them in the open court. Their fast break points really stand out.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Leonard's checked in. Pass to Drummond. James outside. Shot clock at 6. Morris with the block.
And this is what staying active can give you. Morris sending that one back with authority.
Andrew Beverly, he's checked in for Jackson. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Clippers leading by 3. George dishes to Leonard. Outside for Batum. The 3 drains it from beyond the arc. Batum's got 5 points in the quarter.
Batum not known for his outside shot, but I'd love to see him knock this shot down on a more consistent basis.
Schroeder against Beverly. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. Paul George with the steal. Deflects the pass, and it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Outside Leonard. Morris, left side. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And now an 8-point Clipper lead.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
And Drummond kicks to LeBron. Back to Drummond. Clock is at 3. Over Leonard. And James gets it to go.
Hey, you can't find any fault with the defensive effort there. I mean, at the end of the day, James's great offense was better than outstanding defense.
George passes to Morris. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Outside, George. Morris right side. And Beverly kicks to George. Launches a 3. With the tip, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Clippers lead by 8.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a sixth sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
So smooth, so fluid, effortless, yet powerful. When Davis gets positioning like that, he's trying to dunk it.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And James throws it down hard.
The magnitude of the moment not lost on LeBron James. He knows they needed a bucket there, and he's going to get it for them.
And George, here we go. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
Hey, you know that George is going to take the shot when the game is up for grabs. I mean, that's who he is, and that's what's expected of him. He's an exceptional decision maker in these situations, which makes it even more obvious. LeBron James is clutch. Not the first time he's done that, nor will it be the last.
Outside Batum. Leonard attacking. Yep, it counts.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
It really does come down to this. I mean, come up empty, and it's over.
James dishes to Caldwell Pope. Back to LeBron. Shoots over Leonard. James, no good. It's tipped and stolen by Drummond. Shoots from 12. Second shot opportunity. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
Selected 9th overall in the 2012 draft, Drummond's carved out a nice NBA career for himself.
Jackson, he's checked in for the Clippers. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Morris finds Leonard. And the 3 off target. Here's James. The shot that time, not on target. Jackson from long range. No good. So it's the Clippers taking the win. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. Let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and it's Drummond in at the center. And for Brooklyn, we've got Harden. Griffin is out there with Durant. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Harris in at the 3. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
Well, it's easy to see how Harden's been the league's top assist man before. I mean, he makes the special feeds.
James outside. And tonight, we'll most likely see some stout defense. Chris, both these teams are terrific at limiting points.
Yeah, Kevin, these teams do all the little things on defense well. Great at helping over and contesting shots. I love seeing that kind of unselfishness. Irving has proven to be a sensational teammate.
Here's Davis. That doesn't go either for Davis. And it's Harden with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. 4-point game. And it's Durant missing.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Yeah, and I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly again.
All heart from Caldwell-Pope there, using every ounce of strength to muscle that shot in.
Harden kicks to Irving. Durant at the elbow. Fires for 3. The shot will not fall. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
And LeBron James still the face of the league as he goes into his mid-30s. The impact he's had on this sport is really immeasurable.
Come on, Jerry. I mean, he's one of the most recognizable athletes in the world. I mean, it's scary to think that LeBron can still turn it on and take over when he needs to. And you know what? Playoff LeBron is a very real thing.
Lakers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Outside Davis. For 3, Caldwell-Pope.
Look, I appreciate the effort from Irving. You like seeing him get a hand up in time to contest shots.
Nets passing it around. Griffin finds KD. And then Durant with the dunk.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Caldwell-Pope passes to Drummond. Nice D from Griffin.
It's not easy to keep him from converting those. I mean, the D has to be airtight.
And they're running. Caldwell-Pope with it. He's picked up by Irving. Drummond passes to Davis. And the layup is good.
Oh, embracing contact on the way up. I mean, Davis is terrific at keeping his composure on these challenging finishes.
Harden against Schroeder. It's Harden with the drive, and Harden with the stuff.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did.
Yeah.
And we felt it. Even over here, we felt it. Now, here's Schroeder, and the pass to Drummond. No good. Shot missing. Nice D from Griffin. Harris looking it over. Here's Harden on the wing. Here's Griffin. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
And the athleticism of Griffin, just remarkable. He's fantastic at using his elevation on the glass.
Pass to Drummond, and stolen by Kyrie Irving. It's blocked. They recover it. Griffin kicks to Durant. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, the defender overreaches right there. Durant recognizes it and quickly baits him into the hack.
And a new group in for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Griffin. Green comes in for Harris. Bruce Brown, he's checked in for Kyrie Irving. And Dinwiddie subbed in for James Harden. Now here's Matthews. Loads it up there for Harrell.
Oh, good interior offense. Those passes have to be right on target.
Brooklyn leading by 4. Dinwiddie outside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And you know what? Very close to a three-point play right there.
The Nets shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
There's 47 seconds left to play in the first. Pass to Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
Look, he may not be thought of as big for a center, but with his ability to go vertical, he sure plays big.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Defense is right there. Inside, here's Claxton. Off on the layup.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Now here's KD, the fast break opportunity. Over in the corner, Green. Shoots over Kuzma. And that one hits back iron. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Nets lead. And recently, Kevin Durant discussed what they have to face.
I think we get a lot of teams' best shot.
And Greg, it's one of the great challenges of being one of the teams to beat.
But that's the difference with a superstar like Durant. He can give you elite play from start to finish. Lesser guys can do that only in spurts.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
They've been quicker to the ball, showing great anticipation and terrific hustle.
So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter, Montrezl Harrell is out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then it's Matthews, and it's Horton Tucker in at the three, the small forward. Now here's Matthews. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And Harrell slams it in.
The assist is the key to that sequence. I mean, a great look to set him up.
And it's Dinwiddie with the ball. Bringing it up now for the Nets. 6-point lead. Passes it to Durant. Over in the corner, Green. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. KD drives in. And the rejection by Harrell. And that one's good, Caruso.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
KD on the wing. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. That shot off. Here's Caruso. Off target from outside.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And KD, here we go. Brown outside. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Brown's got his first bucket in this one.
Mr. Everything. Durant can score it, pass it, do what you want to do. He can defend at a high level. So fun watching him play.
Here's Caruso to the inside. Here's Harrell. A beautiful reverse layup. Harrell's got 8 points.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Now here's Durant.
When Durant dunks the ball, it's such an effortless lift. He just goes up and throws it down like it's nothing.
Lakers trail by 6. And there's the call on Durant. That is his first foul of the game. Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid. Now he's an all-star last year. And, you know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad, it's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. Brooklyn with the ball after the basket by the Lakers. In the corner, Harden buries the long-range jumper. Harden's got the lead up to 9 now for the Nets.
It really turned it around here in the second quarter after shooting less than 40% from the field in the first.
Here's Davis, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And as he's aged in the league, Anthony Davis's offense has changed. It's now much more of a face-up player.
Well, and that's where his game's been headed. His shot has improved, and he can step out to the 3, facing up and letting him use his burst. Lets him maximize what he can do.
No good from Irving.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And again, the Lakers, no good. Brooklyn leading by 8. Johnson at the elbow. And then Johnson with the dunk.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
The coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy baskets like this.
Now here is Davis. Misses in close. Caldwell Pope against Harden. Oh, that was a strong dunk.
That's how you go for. I mean, come on, man. Harden is ridiculously clever, including how he decides to posterize you. A superb athlete.
Here's Drummond. The pass to Davis. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, the coaching staff values the effect Davis has on the team. I mean, he's a strong enough player that the rest of the guys can really rally around him.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Griffin comes in for DeAndre Jordan. And it's Green in for Johnson. Green finds Irving. Back to Green. Left side, Griffin. 3 on the clock. Great D that time from Davis. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets. Go. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back to the second half of basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. The largest lead they had was 6 in the opening period. And that does it for our halftime.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter. Sliced right through them.
He did a great job of attacking the seams, getting to the rim, and then finishing strong.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Nets. Irving is out there with Harden. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Durant. And it's Griffin in at the center, filling out the middle.
Well, what I like about Drummond is that he stepped up as a leader, which is important at this stage of his career.
Harden against Schroeder. Launches it. Durant, no good.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
From deep, James. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Outside Durant. For 3, Harris. And Davis pulls it down. Lakers trail by 5. Here's James. That's in there. Davis with the assist. LeBron's got his first basket of the night.
And James is used to scoring through contact. Doesn't matter what the D throws out.
Harden scanning the floor.
Well, and last season we saw teams double and trap James Harden more than any other player in the league. As soon as he crossed half court, they did not want the ball in his hands.
For Brooklyn, they have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4.
And it's clear that the Beard is a special player, a clutch performer. He loves to play the game of basketball.
Harrell, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Alex Caruso comes in for Dennis Schroeder. Here's James. Tries again. Nice move. And it's Harrell missing. Brooklyn leading by 5. Outside Irving. Three-pointer. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving. Some changes here for the Lakers. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Davis. And Wesley Matthews subbed in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Harrell up top. The shot off that time. And Brooklyn will come the other way. They've held a 12-point lead earlier.
And all the trapping had to frustrate Harden. But whatever may come, he's going to make the right play.
Yeah, and he can, Jay, because he's not just a good passer. He's a great passer. Averaged over double digits assists the year they played him at point guard. He makes you pay for sending help.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets. 6-point game. KD on the wing. Shoots over Kuzma. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. James has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
He's been off the mark, but somehow he hasn't held them back as a team. Love to see him battling. Go get it.
And Harden with the stuff.
Ferocious player on the offensive end. Harden is fantastic at staying aggressive, actively looking for a shot.
On the wing, Irving. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That's his first foul. Brooklyn making some changes. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Jordan. Brown comes in for Harris. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Kyrie Irving. And that one drops. Harrell's got 12.
An elite passer at his position. I mean, James always seems to make the right decision.
Harden outside. Here's Claxton. He's defended by Harrell. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Griffin's checked in for the Nets. Green comes in for Kevin Durant. And the Lakers also making a switch. Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Matthews. Caruso, the pass to Harrell. And Griffin sends it back.
Well, it's huge. Whenever Griffin comes up with blocks, I mean, you'd love to see him be more consistent in this area.
And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. That one's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Schroeder.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Feeds it to Griffin. That shot missing. Great D that time from Dennis Schroeder. The 3 sinks the three-pointer. And now just a 1-point Brooklyn lead.
I mean, I don't always like the 3 on the fast break, but the D was set up well inside.
Harden the pass to Griffin. He gets it in there. He's got 6.
Griffin's presence inside is enormous. It's impossible to hold him in check close to the bucket.
Down low, here's Harrell, and Harrell slams it in.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. And he uses the glass on the layup. Dinwiddie's got 6.
He'll take advantage of that kind of soft defense every time. Just give him a chance to attack the basket, and he will.
Here's Harrell. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Griffin's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Green, no luck. And here we go. Lakers running again. Loads it up there for Harrell.
And with toughness and physicality, Harrell can simply overpower opponents offensively.
And we just finished the 3rd quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Brooklyn ahead, leading by a point. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Beautiful feed. Always a luxury to have a big man who can see the whole floor.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. So the Lakers 5 right now. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Caldwell Pope out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Drummond in at the 5 down low. And the first one at the line is good. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
His free throw shooting is something they never need to worry about. He doesn't even know how to go through a cold streak.
On the wing, James. He dishes it to Drummond. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
With his free throw shooting, the defense is always better off fouling Drummond when he gets inside.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. The Nets with the lead. Harden outside. On the wing, Irving. He feeds it to Griffin. The kick out to Irving. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. Irving's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Caldwell Pope outside to the paint. Oh, and the jam by Drummond.
And you can't forget about the fancy dunking ability of Drummond. He just knows how to do some special things when he gets up in the air.
Harden against Schroeder. It's stolen by Davis. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Caldwell Pope dishes to Davis. Pass to James. To tie it up. Brooklyn with the rebound. Griffin's got 8 rebounds in this game. Nobody near Irving. And the Nets, another 3.
Look, Irving rarely misses from downtown, even way outside. He's a knockdown threat.
Pass to James. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Harden the pass to Irving. Three-pointer. And Harden with the basket on the assist by Irving. Irving's got his 7th assist here tonight.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Bounce pass, Schroeder. Here's Drummond. He's off on that one. Griffin with some nice D. Irving passes to Griffin. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
You have to keep this man out of the paint. Griffin, professional poster maker.
Harden against Schroeder. From deep, James, and again Los Angeles with the triple.
Love the attitude of James. When it's an important moment, he demands the rock and delivers.
Harden against Schroeder. Outside Irving. Outside Durant, just 5 on the clock. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 9 assists now tonight.
And that 3 was big. I mean, it cancels out the triple at the other end, and that appeared to really tighten this game up.
Stolen by Harden. Irving with the ball. Makes it off the glass. And it's a 10-point Nets lead.
One of the best point guards in the league. And getting inside and finish. Kyrie Irving.
And a wide open look for James. And a miss there on the triple.
Defensive breakdown. And they can't capitalize. He'll hit that shot almost every time.
Lakers trail by 10. Oh, and the jam by LeBron.
Hall of Fame athleticism and ability. James has no problem throwing it down in style.
Harden the pass to Griffin. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Back to Harden. The kick out to Irving. Griffin trying to get open. Offline with his 3. And so James will bring it up for the Lakers. Shooter passes to Drummond. Trying to get open is Davis, and it's Drummond missing.
That works just like they drew it up until the part where he short arms the layup.
Harden outside. On the wing, Irving. Stolen by Caldwell Pope.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yeah, the game got away from them, but hopefully they've learned some things, and hopefully they'll be able to make some adjustments next time.
James against Griffin. And Harris wide open. He shoots, and again it's the Nets missing. It's in!
Oh, you got to love the poise of James, a master at executing in clutch situations.
Now here's Durant. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.